Hello, and welcome to this week's Transmission Thursday, where we are transmitting care. I am very excited. This is Sidhu Jaffrey, and I'm reporting live from the Dream Deck. And I have here with me live our audience. We have some amazing Spartans who were hanging out this evening, and we decided to have a live transmission here. So I want to welcome all those who are physically present here live and all those who are online live. So I'll just say a quick hi to hello Hanita, hello Mo, hello Rajiv, hello Kiran, hello Yanis, and hello Wendy. And hi Dimple, good evening Mukesh and Laura. Hello. I loved your post, Laura. Thank you so much. The vibration that you shared it with the event. I really appreciate it. It was so pure and it's so real. And thank you so much. And I really appreciate all those of you who are supporting us in this wee world and really allowing us to be true to who we are, because this is who we are. That is why we are here, to actually provide a bridge of consciousness which will allow us the transition from the third dimension to the fifth dimension with ease and grace. And one of the most important vibration from apart from all the other beautiful vibration is the vibration of care. Now, you must have heard this word care a lot of times, and people use this word to describe people and say, oh, she's a caring person, or he cares, or that's very caring and that's very thoughtful. And have you noticed that some people naturally have care and some people, they just don't care? And no matter how hard you try and make them care, they still don't have the conscious awareness. The thought doesn't cross their mind. Have you got those type of people in your lives where you look at them when you know that could have maybe offered you a help, or some tiny basic simple actions of offering the food or offering to open the gate for you? These tiny little thought forms, they are it's almost like they don't have access to those thought forms. So I decided to research. Somebody says we have those idiots. God bless. I wouldn't go that far and call an idiot. I would say it's lack of awareness. It's lack of awareness that is creating that. And you're spot on, Nikki, that we find that they actually care, because deep down inside they want love just like we want love. They want to be appreciated just like we want to be appreciated, and they want to be cared for just like we want to be cared for. But the only difference, and if I can, just a vibrational observation of two energies, the major difference between those people who have care in their nature and those people who don't have care in their nature is the difference of grace. Grace is the energy of acceptance. Divine feminine facet is the grace. And when you have grace, when you are in acceptance of all that is and all there is, only then your thought forms expands outside of yourself. You're able to see beyond yourself when you are in grace. Then the thought forms of looking after people, let me drop you, let me pick you, let me feed you, let me open the door for you, let me help you in your business, let me make sure you're okay. These are the natural thought forms that are generated of care. Care is an expression of grace. When you are, that's why it's one of my favorite vibrations, because it's not grace, meaning it doesn't have the depth and the substance of accepting everything. It also has a sense of self, that yes, I care about myself and I care about you as well. Are you understanding the vibrational difference that I'm currently transmitting to you, so you understand? Because what I realized, life is not built on big core vibrations of power, love, abundance, and purpose. They provide the foundation. Your day-to-day life, the way you wake up, the way you go out to work, the way you are at work, the way you come back from work, these energetic architectural design is based on these vibration of care. compassion, support, positivity. And these experiences are what really creates your memory, and memory, that is what decides how good your life is. Your life right here, right now, if it's amazing or if it's crap, is a result of your memories. Whatever memories you have accumulated through time, space, and reality is currently forming your reality. And a lot of times we miss this basic distinction, that your memories are being generated second by second. It's almost like we don't care about how we are waking up, which state we are going to work. If we're miserable, we just complain being miserable. If we're depressed, we complain about being depressed. If we are upset with somebody, we stay in that vibration. But if you integrate grace in your beingness, which is acceptance, and decide to experience care, then your day-to-day life will be so much more harmonious. Because right now, in the main grid, in the one which we are all have been plugged in, there is no care outside of people's sense of self. It's almost like everybody who has a body has created a world within themselves, and they were obsessively trying to fix that world, fix our relationship, fix our health, fix our world, and our awareness is absorbed within self. And with this activation, when we infuse the grid with grace and with care, you'll start to see your little bubble busting, your little illusions that you might have created for such a long time about your family members, about your colleagues, about your partners, about your children. They will start to dissolve as you build a bridge of care from your world to their world, and be open to seeing how they are doing in their world, and not just what can they do for you, and if they're adding any value, if they're enhancing you. If they serve any purpose to you. You is the root cause of all disappointments. When I say you is the root cause of all disappointments, meaning only having a sense of self and no sense of external self. So a lot of times, because external self is who? People who are outside of your body are your external selves, and the being that is inside your body is your internal self. And currently we're in this illusion of spiritual enlightenment, of internal self. So we are in this quest of raising ourselves, becoming the best psychics, becoming the best healers, becoming the best teachers, yet we are missing a core foundation vibration, which is grace, that express itself is care. So my question is, would you like to infuse grace and express care in your day-to-day life? If you do, you can chat right in the box, and those of you who are live here, psychically just say yes. No human words required. Wonderful. Yes, you said we can lead by example. I agree, we can lead by example. But my point is, when we're trying to be caring, when you're trying to lead an example, it doesn't work, and it really drains you out, because care is like breathing. For me, it's a natural thought form that generates automatically as soon as somebody is in your presence. The thought forms that start to generate, in at least my vibration, is, are they okay? How can I make them happy? How can I enhance their lives? How can I make them feel loved? How can I make them feel special? And that's it. I don't try to think that about those people. It's a natural thought form that occurs in my mind as soon as I even think about somebody or have somebody in my reality. And when I trace that vibration, I found the root of that. It's a byproduct of grace. It's a byproduct of accepting people for who they are. The second you accept people for who they are, suddenly their world as a globe turns into a flower, and they beautifully open up, through which you can build a bridge of care and support to live a parallel reality in harmony. That's what we are working towards, a natural shift in reality where no doing of the processes is required. You don't have to write 7 lists that you appreciate. Like, if you have to remind, this is my point in this new grid, and I respect and appreciate all the mental work on writing 7 things you are grateful for, things that you have appreciated in your life, things that you are intentioning, manifesting, and we have spent so much time doing of these motions. I feel you shouldn't have to remind yourself to appreciate things. You shouldn't have to write a journal to remind yourself how lucky you are, just in case you forget. I say, in this new world, or the 5th dimensional grid that we are creating, is appreciation is a natural way of being. Respect is a natural way of being. Understanding that I might not understand everything, but I accept everything and I respect everything. And that's the premises of your beingness. When you set the premises of your beingness as who you are as a person, then you won't have to remember and write list of how 5 things that are great about me, or 3 things that I love about this person, or 4 things that this person did for me, so I'm totally in gratitude. That is showed, that gratitude, that appreciation is showed in when you're driving and somebody cuts in front of you. How do you react? If somebody wants to cross the road, how often do you stop and give them way? If somebody's if you are in the queue for the bus, do you run for the front to get inside, or do you actually wait for other people to go in and then you go? Or when you enter the bus, do you stand in the center, or you actually move at the back of the bus because you care about those people who are coming after you? And if you see an alcoholic, or if you see someone on the street, a homeless person, how do you feel about those people? Do you go into pity for them or sympathy for them? Do you feel the need that you have to pay them or buy them something? How does your mind respond to these tiny little stimuli in shape of maybe your kids running late for school, or maybe one of your friend is going through some time, and have you picked up the phone and say, hey, I just wanted to make sure you okay? These are those tiny little thought forms of care that once you start accepting who you are and everybody for who they are, you will naturally start to radiate care. And I wrote it on my Facebook page earlier, when I was really perceiving the energy of today, that people don't care what you say until they know you care. And how can you generate care for people or for yourself? Is when you accept everything, like everything, the good, the bad, the ugly, the beautiful, the right, the wrong, because that's all part of who you are as a person. And a lot of people, especially in this grid, if you are still asking the question, oh, who am I? Why am I here? You're listening to the wrong person, and I think I'm speaking alien. Because in this grid, we know who we are. We are a combination of these elements. Great. Now we know who we are. Why we are here? We are here to experience the combination of these elements and express different qualities of divine. Sometimes where divine is present, the quality of divine. Sometimes when the divine is not present, that's the quality of divine that we're experiencing. So we know why we are here. We know who we are. Once these basic questions are solved, then you can come into the question of, okay, great, now I know why I'm here. I'm here to experience the combination of these frequencies. What are these frequencies? Love, power, abundance, compassion, care, kindness, victory, success. acceptance, grace, whatever those qualities are that resonate with you, you pick those and build your life based on those frequencies. That's what it means by being a dream builder, by being a Spartan, by being a warrior, is that you're not just addressing the symptoms of, oh, my mother did this, so I'm going to forgive her, and then because I care for her. These are all words that your mind is convincing you that something has gone wrong between you and your mother. When you are operating from core vibration of grace, then you accept her actions, her behaviors, her feelings as exactly who they are. And then when she's upset at you, or she's saying something, or he's saying something that is really horrible and mean, you don't get stuck in the words. You can feel, you care for how they must be feeling. Because trust me, when someone's lashing out and someone's angry, their physical health is in more danger than the person on the receiving end. But we are so self-obsessed in, how dare he said that to me? How dare he said that to me? Not knowing that person might have had a time bomb exploded in them and had a complete loss of temper. Their blood pressure is high. They have complete loss of control. So if we truly cared and we accepted, then we would have been thinking on those lines, that I wonder how he's feeling, or I wonder how she's feeling. This must be really hard for them as well. That's what care generates. Care generates natural thoughts about the other person's life without any agenda, without any intention. That's what care truly means, that you care about that person for that person, not because what they can do for you or what they did for you. Great. Okay, are you ready? Are you excited? We're about to go into an amazing transmission. We have about 3 minutes. In the meantime, whilst we're preparing to take this wonderful journey, we'll take a nice pit stop at grace frequency, accept it, and then we generate care frequency and see who we will become as a result of truly activating the divine feminine, the frequency of grace, and choose to express it with care. Yes, thank you so much. I love being here as well. It's so beautiful and it's so amazing. I don't know if you've noticed. I was just reflecting back on the birth of this beautiful vortex, this energetic school of awakening that is currently being birthed. And I was looking back and I was thinking, wow, we've been doing live transmissions for weeks now on different topics. That every week I come online 3 times or maybe 4 times sometimes a week, and every time we have a different topic. Everything, we have a different conversation. Every time we're touching a new vibration, we're exploring a new activation, and it's so beautiful to be able to express these amazing amount of sound bites or information that are coming through. And what's really, really, really amazing is watching you receiving these vibrations and watching you transcending the limitations of the old grid, and knowing that there is something here. There's something, I feel we're onto something, meaning that if we truly take these teachings on board and really apply them in our day-to-day life, I have a knowing that our life will 180 degrees shift. Health, wealth, relationship, as you integrate these new ways of being and allow your old self that might have been revengeful, that might have been snappy, or might have been betrayed or feeling rejected, and that's all acceptance of what you experienced before. And now what if, when you play with this frequency of grace and care, and how your life will be different. So what I would expect after this transmission is, I would expect that your behavior, your feeling, your thought forms about people will change as a result of activating these core frequencies. Whatever you felt about them, you will see a cognitive shift, a change in your thought form. And I want you to be aware of these thought forms. I want you to recognize that this shift happened because I have integrated care, or this shift happens because I have integrated acceptance in me or mercy in me, because conscious awareness is where this is at. The only where your self-esteem, your confidence, your money vibration, by the way, will go up in this grid is when you are consciously competent, meaning your skill sets, you are aware of your talents. Because a lot of times, especially in the old grid, the more talented the person was, the more oblivious they were to their gifts. So I had no idea of their own worth. And a lot of times that's why they got into trouble and managed, especially celebrities and creative artists. Most of them had major issues. Not most of them. Some of them have major issues with their business partners, or people cheated them, or people took their money. And that's because they were just operating from that the old grid, the creative vibration, which wasn't in resonance with the other party. So we are going to today integrate grace and care in our vibration, and we are ready. Okay, if you could close your eyes and take a deep breath in and a breath out. Focusing on your breathing helps you to quieten your mind. So just breathe in and breathe out, allowing your mind and your body to just relax and let go. Let go of all that has happened, all that will happen. This time, especially for you. Just focus on your breathing and imagine when you're breathing in acceptance. And when you're breathing out mercy, forgiveness. Beautiful. Now call upon light and imagine that light is surrounding you and you are surrounded by light. Beautiful. And gently, you're wrapped in this wonderful cocoon of light. You can see, sense, or imagine yourself in this beautiful cocoon that's drifting, going up, up, up and above, dissolving the room you're in, the city you're in, the country you're in, the continent you're in, the earth you're in, all the way up, up, up and above, in this beautiful blue starry sky, where there's so many stars that are shining. There's one star that's the brightest, and that is your star. So allow your mind and your body to just rest as you land in your star planet. Feel the love, the peace, the joy that's radiating in your cells. As your cells are opening up with a remembrance experience, the connection with the Mother Earth, the love from water, abundance from air, and power from fire. As you integrate the acceptance of who you are, a combination of all four of these elements. And now, I want you to imagine that you are inside your body. And as you are inside your body, imagine that you are right in the center of your solar plexus. You might see, sense, or imagine a wonderful, round, swirling, yellow circle vibration in your solar plexus, which is the seat of all your energy bodies. As you enter into your solar plexus, just like a tunnel, just take your consciousness inside And at the end of the tunnel, you find yourself in a room. This room is the hub, the center of all of your energy bodies. So I want you to imagine that in the center of the room is a big cylinder, glass cylinder, and that has 4 buttons: yellow, blue, red, and green. Each button represents an energy center. Beautiful. And I want you to imagine that the top one, which is the blue one, as you open up your psychic antennas, improve your sight in your home planet, the more you are immersed in your home planet, just being here connected with the source of all your energy centers allows you to feel safe, to feel loved, to feel relaxed, knowing that all is well. And these 4 energy centers are not 4 different worlds. The blue one represents abundance, wisdom. The red one represents love. The yellow one represents creativity, inspiration. The green one represents power, your intention. And a lot of times, our consciousness gets stuck either in abundance, so we don't care about anything else, and we are focusing all the energies in becoming abundant. Or sometimes we look for love, and that's all we care about, wanting love in our life. Nothing else matters. Sometimes we go into this wanting to express our creativity zone and want to write a book, want to create something, create music, create art, and nothing else matters, just creativity, spirit, inspiration. And other times, we get stuck in the very basic need to feel the power. And we care only about that. Everything else goes back on the side. This thought form creates a lot of malfunction and dysfunctional in your lives. When there is no communication between the consciousness of abundance, with the consciousness of love, with the consciousness of creativity, and the consciousness of power, where there is no care, there is no harmony. Where there is no acceptance, there is no care. Where there is no awareness, there is no acceptance. So now you're aware of all these 4 energy centers, and you recognize that you might have been focusing, or you might have not been caring as much about the other portals as you were caring about one. And with this awareness that care in your grid is required so you can be in harmony with all of life. And the awareness lands that the only way you will build a bridge of care between these portals is when you accept all that is in all of these portals. You might have scarcity instead of abundance in the abundance portal. You might have disappointment instead of love in the love portal. You might have procrastination, sabotage, instead of inspiration and creativity. Or you might be feeling like a victim and disempowered instead of power. And the only way you will be able to build the bridge is when you accept. So by invoking the law of free will, call upon grace. And we ask grace to melt down all our anxieties, discordant thought forms, judgments, isolation, indifference, cold-heartedness, numbness, selfishness, self-obsession, neediness, jealousy, backstabbing, gossiping, or any other vibration thought forms that doesn't allow us to fully accept all that there is. Beautiful. And as you allow grace melting down all the discordant thought forms, this functional program between abundance, love, creativity, and power. Beautiful. And as you allow grace to infuse you, all your energy centers with acceptance, so imagine this beautiful, beautiful light, sky blue light of acceptance is entering in the blue energy center, the red energy center, the yellow energy center, and the green energy center. And as soon as that light blue light enters the energy center, it forms a wonderful ladder, bridge between the portals. Wonderful. As you feel the connection of care, compassion, love, kindness, respect, appreciation, laughter, joy, just being infused in your entire matrix. You might see, sense, or imagine some random events pop up in your head, or you might have a tingling sensation in your body as you allow these beautiful vibrational grids of care dissolving all your miscommunication, misunderstandings, misinterpretation between all those people who are currently in your life, or have been in your life, or will show up in your life. Releasing, removing, and clearing any discordant thought forms multidimensionally. Beautiful. Breathe in and breathe out. And whenever you're ready, slowly and gradually bring this beautiful vibrational grid into your physical body and open your eyes when you are ready. It has been my absolute honor and pleasure to be your guide on this wonderful Transmission Thursdays. Please remember to upload this transformed energy in the Builder's Grid. I love reading your post, and I have posted before on my personal Facebook page as well. I'm moving my energy to the public page. I'll be there active if you want me to answer any questions around the we world or any vibrational grid question. Put it on my wall and I will make sure that I will respond. I truly look forward to seeing you on the 23rd of April. If you haven't booked your tickets, or if you haven't invited your friends and family, please, please, please make sure you do that. Tickets are limited and they are going very, very fast, and we are very, very excited. We want you to be there, so make sure you reserve your ticket and bring your all friends and family. This is me, Sidhu Jaffrey, signing off for now. Until we meet again, keep living the dream that you truly are.